Kool TV proudly presents Raceland Rams Baseball as the Kool Sports Network brings you coverage of the Rams live from Raceland, Kentucky. Now let's head to the field for the pregame show. Raceland Rams Baseball live on Kool TV.
Well, a pleasant good evening, everyone, from a very cool, cloudy, and breezy Rams Stadium. Welcome to pregame coverage. My producer is already fired tonight. He has one job to always do, and he failed it miserably. So hopefully everything is good to do. But, hey, if you're going to do it, let's do it early and get it out of the way. But the Rams welcome in the Fairland Dragons. It'll be the second time these two teams have hooked up this season. Raceland defeated them back on March 28th, 12-2. It was a 2-1 lead for Fairland going to the bottom of the third inning, and then the Rams put up 8 runs en route to the 12-2 game that finished up in 6 innings. Caden Shore, good night that evening, 3 for 4, 4 runs driven in. It was extra base city that evening for the Rams. Parker Ison, Brigham Davison, Caden Shore, Eli Lind with doubles. Lind had 2 of those. Bloss added a triple in the lopsided win. Rams sit at 6-3 after coming home from the beach. Going, I don't remember. I can't remember if it was 2-2 or. Yeah, they went 2-2 down at the beach. Lost their first 2, won their second 2. They sit at 6-3 on the season. And Fairland, they come in at 1-2. They have not played since before the normal spring break around this area. All right, we'll step out for a break. We come back. We'll take a look at our starting lineups and get you ready for our first pitch. It's Fairland and Raceland as we continue our coverage here on Kool TV.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Sprinkles! Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy. At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Kentucky Christian University is a private, nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky. For over a century, KCU has been transforming the hearts and minds of students through a Christ-centered academic community that is both academically rigorous and intimately personal. Begin the journey to the career of your dreams today at kcu.edu.
Back here in pregame coverage, we get you set for Fairland and Raceland. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Fairland Dragons. Record of 1-2. And leading things off and playing shortstop is Wyatt Thomas. Batting second and playing center field is Caden Wiseman. Batting third and pitching is Ethan Wall. The cleanup hitter is third baseman Garrett Cornwell. Batting fifth in left field, Josh Gillespie. Batting sixth and playing first base is Luke Brown. Batting seventh in right field, Elias Blankenship. Batting eighth and catching is Cyrus Cummings. And batting ninth and playing second base is Chase LaPoole. Again, Thomas Wiseman, Wall, Cornwell, Gillespie, Brown, Blankenship, Cummings, and LaPoole. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Raceland Rams. Leading things off and playing shortstop is Parker Ison. Batting second and playing first base is Caden Shore. Batting third and catching is Eli Lynn. The cleanup hitter is the pitcher, Landon Bloss. Batting fifth in left field, Connor Thacker. Batting sixth at second base, Michael Pennington. Batting seventh and playing right field is Cade Coldiron. Batting eighth at third base, Brigham Davidson. And batting ninth and playing center field is Gunnar Smith. Again, Ison, Shore, Lind, Bloss, Thacker, Pennington, Coldiron, Davidson, and Smith. We'll step out for a break. We'll come back and meet our defensive alignments and get you ready for first pitch as we continue our coverage here on Kool TV.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at WorkReadyKentucky.com.
The Greenup County Public Library System is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter. Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Baseball and softball seasons are here, and Grayson Sporting Goods is your one-stop shop for everything from bats and gloves to helmets and accessories. No matter the age, Grayson Sporting Goods has the size to get your favorite star ready to hit the field. Grayson Sporting Goods also offers a full selection of East and West Carter team gear with custom printing and embroidery available on many items. Stop by Grayson Sporting Goods, located on Main Street in downtown Grayson, proudly serving Carter County and surrounding counties since 1975.
Getting ready for first pitch here between Raceland and Fairland as both head coaches meeting at home plate for their umpiring crew tonight of Jeff Atkins and James Powers. The Rams come home from the beach, 2-2 down at Myrtle Beach. Lost to Knox Central 7-3. Crescent, South Carolina 9-8. Beat Cofield School out of Tennessee 3-0, and in Barberton, Ohio 6-3. They'll be back here on Wednesday night. They've got Ashland in, Fairview on Thursday. Then Saturday they'll bring in Morgan County, and then next Monday we'll start district play. Russell on the 14th and 15th. Then they will have no games until they're going to end up running in. They have the All-A sectional they have to play with Pikeville. That's the reason there's no other games scheduled in there. Then the 21st and 22nd, Lewis County. And again, the Russell home game and then the two Lewis games will be right here on Kool TV. We're trying out some new graphics tonight, so bear with us if some stuff doesn't work quite as well as we want to. But, hey, we're at least getting it to one point of where we want. And we're getting the PA announcer to try to figure out how to use his microphone. This is not his first game either. That's the thing. Again, first time with us here on the channel, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up if you see something you like. Hit that bell each time we put out new material. We'll alert you directly to your mobile device.
Ladies and gentlemen,
hey, he got it going. There we go.
Between the Fairland Dragons and your Raceland Rams. First, let's meet the visiting team on scoreboard, the Dragons of Fairland High School. Batting first, playing shortstop, number 11, Thomas.
Again, the starting lineups for the Fairland Dragons.
Number 21, Wiseman.
Leading things off and playing shortstop is Wyatt Thomas, batting second, and playing center field is Caden Wiseman, batting third and pitching is Ethan Wall. The cleanup hitters, the third baseman, Garrett Cornwell. Batting fifth in left field is Josh Gillespie. Batting sixth at first base, Luke Brown. Batting seventh in right field is Elias Blankenship. Batting eighth and catching is Cyrus Cummings, and batting ninth and playing second base is Chase LaPoole.
Batting eighth, the catcher, number 7, Cummings.
We're going to step out for a break for the national anthem. We'll return for first pitch, Raceland and Fairland, after this on Kool TV.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
Since 1932 for being a part of our journey.
JSB Industrial Solutions, Inc. is owned and managed by Shane Wallingford to be a solutions provider for manufacturers tailoring to their specialized needs. It was created with a vision that good communication among all parties will provide the best answer to the problem. From ball mills used in pulverization to custom design of equipment or components, JSB Industrial Solutions, Inc. will gladly work with clients to resolve the issues that are prevalent. Their vision is to make your project their successful business. JSB Industrial Solutions, Tollsboro, Kentucky.
Here at Papa John's, we know our stuff.
That's why we hand stuff every epic stuffed crust with a whole lot of flavor. And we always start with our fresh, never frozen dough.
We never stop exploring new flavors of stuff into our crust. And just wait until you see what we're cooking up next.
The new cheesy calzone epic stuffed crust, hand stuffed with a blend of garlic herb, ricotta, and mozzarella. Because no one stuffs the crust like Papa John's.
Back here in pregame coverage as we get you set for Raceland and Fairland here in this Monday evening. Let's take a look at our defensive alignments for the Rams. Left to right, it'll be Thacker, Smith, and Cold Iron. Third to first, Brigham Davis and Parker Ice and Mike. wind not blowing feels nice out. Now, I'm in layers, I will say that. It's a little bit different than it was last week. But, again, we are in the middle of Mother Nature's bipolarism. I said the only thing that we've not seen in the last week has been snow, and we could see some of that tonight or tomorrow just because of the temperatures. There's a freeze warning out for tomorrow. We're going to get below freezing tonight, into the low 20s tomorrow night, only up in the high 40s tomorrow. So we'll see how things play out. All right, leading things off for the Dragons is the shortstop of Wyatt Thomas, 333 hitters, 3 hits, 2 runs driven in on the season. I got to turn that microphone down. That's too loud. I'm hearing Marty Mills. I can't hear him for 7 innings. I'm just kidding. I got to give him some grief. I've not been with him this year. First pitch is in there for a called strike, or a swinging strike, excuse me. This ball game's underway. 6:05 first pitch, 56 degrees. Cloudy skies over top, a light breeze here at the ballpark. In there for a called strike, 0-2. Bloss likes to work quickly. Situated over toward the first base side of things as he goes back to work. Snaps that one into the mitt. It's caught by Mr. Lynn behind the plate for the third strike of the at-bat, and 1 away in the inning. So Caden Wise will step in, center fielder for the Dragons. Misses high for a ball. Down and away with a breaking ball, 2-0. Two offering. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. Wiseman, a 300 hitter, 3 hits, 2 driven in with a double. Went 0 for 3 when these two teams hooked up here back in the 28th of March. 2-1. Poked foul. Out of play on the first base side. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A little bit of different look here at the ballpark. They've extended the batter's eye, making a double wall out in center field and then also over by the scoreboard. So a little bit of different look after we had some weather damage here last late spring. This one a little poked down the first base side for a foul ball. Count holds it 2-2. We'll check our Kool Hit Sports trivia question at the top of the second inning. We'll go way back in time. Back in 1976. That was before I was born. But boy, it's a good one. Some of it's going to make you scratch your head when I say it. 2-2 breaking ball. Slow roller out to Pennington at second base. He'll scoop it up. Fired across, 2 down.
Now batting for Fairland, Wall.
So we're bringing the pitcher of Ethan Wall. Wall went 1 for 2 with an RBI here the first time these two hooked up. A lefty swinger for the first time today. First pitch gets away for a ball. 1-0. Wall batting .375 on the season. 3 hits, 2 driven in. A double and a walk. Fairland only has 3 games under its belt in this early year. There's a chopper out to Pennington. And the Rams are going to make a quick work of the Dragons here in the first. 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the first. Scoreless here in Raceland. We're back after this on Kool TV.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pub and Shop.
Return,
refresh,
refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Down, we're ready for baseball here to start the bottom of inning number 1. So Parker Eisen will lead things off, the Rams shortstop.
Number 2, Parker Eisen.
Eisen batting .393 on the season, 11 hits, 9 driven in, 1 double, 5 walks on the year. 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Also had a double when these two teams played back in March. Wall high on the bump, the right-hander ready to go. First pitch misses high for a ball. Our crew tonight, Jacob Hankins, Trey Collier. Happy to have you along with us here on a cool evening. Not a cold evening, but a cool evening. Chopper on the third base side for a foul ball. Count evens at 1-1. We're back with you on Wednesday night as the Rams welcome in Ashland. 6 o'clock first pitch. Then back here on Thursday for Fairview. There is some chance of rain later on Thursday afternoon into the evening hours, so we'll keep you abreast with that one. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, misses inside and low for a ball, 2-1. Eisen with great speed at the top of the order. He gets on base, good things can happen. Two-one pitch, swung on and missed, 2-2. Two pitch, poked up the middle. Thomas will field it off the mound, flip it across, 1 down.
Now batting for the Rams, the first baseman.
So we'll bring in Caden Shore.
Caden Shore.
One score final in the Bigs today. Yankees fall on the road at Detroit, falling 6-2. Several games coming up later tonight. Keep you abreast on those as we roll through. First pitch to Shore, misses wide for a ball, 1-0. Shore batting .429 on the season, 9 hits, 3 driven in, 7 doubles, 8 walks. Getting a 3-for-4 outing here with 4 RBIs when these two teams hooked up. This one's hacked and missed, and that goes off the foot of the catcher. That was a tough place to take a ball. Right off the, you got so much gear on as a catcher. And it never fails. It finds the one spot that you have available for skin to be shown, and it gets it. I spent all my career behind the dish. Then when I finished catching, then I went into umpiring, and again, it did matter where you had an open ability to find something. It found it. Short has one of the 3 home runs on the season for this Rams team. They go off speed with him, and he fans and comes up empty. 1-2 to the first baseman. Connor Thacker with the other 2, had both of those in the same game. Bases empty, 1 out for the home first. Tried to go with a breaking ball, but it would not tumble across. Count evens at 2-2. Shore settles back in. Ball to the plate. That one's fouled off of his knee at the plate, and that's a tough one on the Rams' first baseman. So the guys at the plate getting absolutely beat to death right now. Right off the shin. So Shore settles back in as Wall goes back to work on the 2-2. Spikes that one in the turf, and the count goes full. All turf surface here at Raceland. Not a stitch of dirt anywhere to be found. So it makes things a little different if you're not used to playing on the turf surface. Installed the surface last year. Got a full season on it. It's paid dividends. It's been huge. Here's a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down in the inning. Really good job there by Wall.
Now batting for the Rams, the catcher, number 14, Eli Lynn.
So Eli Lynn comes in. Two down, nobody on. Lynn batting .346 on the season. 9 hits, 7 driven in, 4 doubles. He gets ahead quickly, 1-0. Rams took care of the Dragons in the first in order. They're trying to return the favor. 1-0. And a foul ball at the plate as he swings over top of that one and rolls it up the third base side to even the count at 1-1. Games that's getting ready to get underway here in the 6 o'clock hour. Blue Jays are at the Red Sox, Cardinals at the Pirates, Dodgers at the Nationals. We'll keep it abreast at those 3 games. Big breaker that stays down out of the zone, 2-1. Sun peeks from the clouds as Lynn settles back in deep in the box. 2-1 misses high, 3-1. The Rams catcher 1 pitch away from trying to earn the first base run of the contest. Landon Bloss stands in the on-deck circle, will go next. 3-1 offering. Breaking ball tumbles in there for a called strike, says Mr. Jeff Shooty Atkins. Count goes to full. Big gap up the middle. The second baseman playing almost in a shallow right field, if you will. Here's a payoff pitch. Comes inside and walks him. So the first base runner of the contest is aboard.
Now batting for the Rams, the pitcher, number 20, Landon.
Aiden Schaefer's going to come on and run for him as the courtesy runner. And Landon Bloss will come to the plate, try to help his own cause. Bloss a .385 hitter, 10 hits, 3 driven in, 3 walks on the year. Has 2 triples, one of those in this game when they met back in March. Schaefer leaks away from the bag over at first. From the belt, breaking ball in there for a called strike. I like Wall's breaking ball. He really has some good movement to it, a kind of a 12-6 movement, if you will. Again, it makes that fastball jump a little bit more when you can throw that pitch for a strike, especially early on in the count. Schaefer gets a late lead as Wall goes back to work quickly and misses wide and for a ball, 1-1. Schaefer going, and that one's going to hit Bloss in the back. So 2 runners aboard.
Now batting for the Rams, the left fielder, number 15, Connor Thacker.
And that brings Connor Thacker to the plate. We'll get a runner first as Briar Parsons will come on to run. So 2 on, 2 out. Rams threatening here, and a good one to come to the plate with Connor Thacker, who's batting .333, 7 hits. 2 of those have been home runs. And that is a misprint there on his doubles. That should be 1 double and 10 RBIs. I fat-fingered the keys on that one. I'll fix that. It is fixed. That is my bad. Sorry, Connor. I don't like when numbers don't work, and those definitely did not work. Count evens at 1-1. 2 ducks on the ponds for the Ram here in the bottom of the first after 2 quick outs for Ethan Wall. Then he walks a batter and hits a batter. And he's trying to work quick, and Thacker backs out and requests the time. Wall's trying to quick pitch him. Thacker controls the tempo at the plate. This one's missed low for a ball, 2-1. Schaefer running for Lind out at second. Parsons over at first running for Bloss. And we got a balk. Okay, so we got a time before the balk was called. So home plate umpire Jeff Atkins had a time requested before our field umpire James Bowers had the balk. 2-1 to Thacker. This one's out of play over top of the third base side in the indoor hitting facility. 2's wild across the board here in the first. Michael Pennington would go next if the Rams inning can continue. Good speed on the base pass for the Rams, trying to grab an early lead. Breaking ball runs down and in and misses 3-2. And Wall not happy about that one. So now the base runners will have an opportunity to get a head start on the pitch. Wall lets it come free, and Thacker will roll over top of this one and foul it away on the first base side. Rams have really caused Wall to work here in this first inning. He's already offered 27 pitches. But so far he's kept the scoreboard at zeros. Another payoff pitch, another foul ball. Really good at bat here by Connor Thacker. Wall has been exactly 50%. 14 balls, 14 strikes. The 29th pitch of the inning. Bounces in there for ball 4, and they're loaded.
Now batting for the Rams, the second baseman, number 3, Michael Pennington.
So it brings in Michael Pennington. Pennington, a .280 hitter, 7 hits, 9 driven in, 2 doubles, 3 walks on the season. So after 2 quick outs, Wall has walked the bases loaded, and it's up to Pennington to try to do some damage here. And he squirts this one foul over into the football field. Sun has poked through the clouds, and man, it is brutal. My producer over here is just guessing is what he's doing. 0-1 misses down and away, 1-1. Again, national championship game tonight, Florida and Houston. Who do you got? A top offense in the nation against the top defense in the nation. Should be a dandy. 1-1 offering. Pennington tries to go with the slug and comes up empty. He's down 1-2. Bases full. 2 down in the inning. Still scoreless. Rams threatening here in the home first. 1-2 to Pennington. Down and in. That one kicks away from the catcher, but not far enough to allow Schaefer to get down the line. Again, Schaefer out at third. Parsons at second. Thacker over at first. Breaking ball just up out of the zone. That's a full count. Wall has used 34 pitches in this frame. He's getting ready to give his 35th of the contest with the bases juice and 2 down. And it's chopped over toward third. That one's going to find its way through for a base hit. 1 run's going to come in to score. 2 runs will come around to score. It's going to be a 2-out, 2 RBI single for Michael Pennington. And the Rams grab an early 2-0 lead.
The right fielder, number 7, Kool.
Didn't hit it hard, but hit it where it needed to go. And now the Rams have the runners at the corners for Cade Coldiron. So Thacker at third, Pennington over at first. That one's in there for a called strike. So the Rams dent the scoreboard with a crooked number in the first frame. Cold Iron, a .280 hitter, 7 hits, one driven in with a double. Rams right fielder tonight. There goes the runner towards second base. Throw goes down, but it was cut off. Pitch was called a strike, so no balls and 2 strikes at the plate. Goes down as defensive indifference for Pennington's bag, as he did not attempt to throw over. 0-2 pitch, fouled away. Talked about all those layers I've got. I might have to peel some of them off. That sun stays out for a little bit longer. Pitch number 39 here for Wall. And it's roped into the gap, and that one's down for extra bases. 2 runs are going to come in to score. Cold Iron's out to second base. He'll slide in with a 2-out, 2 RBI double, and the Rams make it 4-0.
Now batting for the Rams, the third baseman, number 12, Pregame Davidson.
So that'll bring in the Rams' third baseman, Pregame Davidson. Davidson goes from the left-handed side as Mr. Wall continues to battle here. All of this happening with 2 outs. The first pitch to Davidson misses high for a ball. That one grabs the bottom part of the zone for a called strike, 1-1. Davidson batting .286 on the season, 6 hits, 4 driven in, 2 doubles on the year. Opportunity for an RBI here. Cold Iron out at second base with a 2-out, 2 RBI double, and just a small flip back towards second base just to make certain that he doesn't try to leak away too quick. Kenneth Anderson's tuned in from Mexico, watching the Rams play tonight. Pitch on the outer half of the plate for a called strike, 1-2. Wall set at the belt. Chopper toward the first base side, a high hop. It could be a tough play. Flip to Wall. Does he beat the play to the bag? He does. And that'll end the inning. But the Rams push across 4. They lead it 4-0 after one inning of play. We're back after this on Kool TV.
Here at Kentucky Christian University, we believe that nursing saves lives. Nursing is more than a career, it's a calling. KCU has a reputation for producing exemplary graduates who excel both clinically and professionally. With options for both in-person and online studies, KCU is ready to help you begin the career of your dreams today. Find out more at kcu.edu.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations, or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
We go to the top of the second inning, 4-0 Raceland. Due up this inning for the visiting Dragons, Cornwell, Gillespie, and Brown. Rams push across 4 runs with 2 outs after starting pitcher Wall ran through the first 2 batters for the Rams, and then all kinds of damage after that. 2 walks, a hit batter, and then the Rams' bats popped to life. So Bloss pitching with a 4-run spot now. So the third baseman of Garrett Cornwell will start things off for us. In the visiting second inning, we'll check our Kool Sports Trivia question here in just a moment. This one's poked out into the gap, right center field. Cold Iron coming on. He'll run through and make the catch for the first out of the inning.
Now batting for Fairland, Gillespie.
Now Josh Gillespie climbs in. Gillespie, the left fielder this evening for the visiting Dragons. He rops this one out to Eisen. No problems there. 2 down in the inning. That brings in the first baseman, Luke Brown. Shoots this one through the left side and into left field for a base hit. So jumps on that first pitch fastball and breaks it into left field in the first hit of the ball game for the visiting Dragons.
Now batting for Fairland, Blankenship.
So to bring in the catcher of, or excuse me, that'll bring in the right fielder of Elijah Blankenship. The catcher of Cummings is on deck. 2 down for Bloss. He'll work from the chest. That misses up high and away for a ball 1-0. Brown a small lead from first base as Bloss takes a look at him, checks in with his battery mate. Blankenship batting .375 on the season. To the plate, but misses down and away. And the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. After a very cloudy sky that we started with, it has cleared off and it got bluebird over top of it. It is a beautiful out this evening. Again, like I've said, we have seen about every facet of weather you can think of over the last 7 days. We've had enough rain for a year. Bloss trying to stay out of a jam here. Facing a 3-0 count to Blankenship. Tumbles that one in there for a called strike with a 3-0 breaking ball, 3-1. You know, the best part about coming to a Raceland baseball game is, the most important thing is that the wonderful smell of the concession stand food that's rolling up from the bottom, and it's what smells wonderful as always. 3-1, misses high, ball 4. And there's 2 on with 2 outs here in the second. And they'll bring in the catcher of Cyrus Cummings.
Now batting for Fairland, Cummings.
Roger tuned in from Villages, Florida. Say go Dragons. First pitch to Mr. Cummings, misses high for a ball, and Bloss struggling to find the zone. Cummings batting .167, 1 hit on the season, 2 driven in. And this Dragons team's only played 3 games on the year. This one's out toward the shortstop. Eisen will field. He'll go to first base and in the inning. So the Dragons threaten with a couple of runners, but they come up empty. We head to the bottom of inning number 2. 4-0 Rams. Back for more after this on Kool TV.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
The Greenup County Public Library System is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
Go to the bottom of inning number 2. 4-0 Raceland. Do we get our graphic? Let's see do we get our graphic here? The do-up. If you knew how much time I've put into this stinking graphic just to make it work, and my producer's over, he's like, huh? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, that one. There we go. Smith, Ison, and Shore. If you understood the number of hours that I put in to make that stupid thing work. But that's the fun part about this job. That's one thing I love about this job is it's always something I'm working on, trying to get something new. I get some type of wild idea, and then I go after it from there. So. So the Rams will come up with the bottom and the two at the top.
Now batting for the Rams.
So Gunnar Smith will lead things off, the center fielder for the Rams. Smith, a .391 hitter, 9 hits, 5 driven in, 2 walks on the year. Now Smith backs out for a second and looks down for a new signal from head coach Marty Mills, and that was a very, just hit the ball. And he shows bunt, and that one goes over top of his head to the backstop. We'll get our Kool Sports Trivia question here in just a second. I promised it to you in the top of the second inning. We had some other stuff that was rolling through. We had to square away first. We'll get him here in just a second. It's our first one of the year. We got to tease it a little bit. That was in there for a called strike. Hey, let's go ahead and throw it up here. Oh my, go ahead. This date back in 1976, this pitcher recorded 5 strikeouts in 1 inning. Who was it? A. Ron Darling, B. Joe Niekro, C. Tom Seaver, D. Raleigh Fingers. Text me 606-571-7281. We'll check the answer in the top of the 5th inning. This one's fisted out toward the shortstop. This is going to be a tough play for Thomas, and he makes it look easy.
Now batting for the Rams, the shortstop.
So go back to the top of the order for the Rams.
Ison.
And we get Parker Ison, who's 0 for 1. Ison grounded out to shortstop his first time through today. 4-0 Rams here in the home second. That one's up and in for a ball. You know, I talked about how warm it had gotten when that sun had gotten through and all the clouds that we didn't have. And, man, they disappeared in a hurry. We got a cloud cover that just popped over top of our left edge over here. That quickly, the jacket went right back on. Ison settles back in, ahead 2-0. Ball misses that one down and away, and it's 3-0. Now our catcher roll. All right, let's get the trivia question again so we get some chance here to go back through it. 1976 was the date. This is not a typo, by the way. This pitcher recorded 5 strikeouts in 1 inning. Yes, 5 strikeouts. Who was he? 606-571-7281. Text me your answer. A. Ron Darling, B. Joe Niekro, C. Tom Seaver, and D. Raleigh Fingers. We're going to get a call to the bullpen, so we're going to step out for a break. We'll tell you about it when we return after this here on Kool TV.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care. 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
for the Dragons as Nolan Fleming's going to get the call. Be a third appearance on the season. Does not have a record or an ERA. Has worked 2 innings. If I'm not mistaken, double checking here. He pitched 1 inning here. He gave up a run. It was unearned. Walked 2 and struck out a batter. He's going to inherit a 3-0 count at the plate. And it was interesting when they took out Wall. That was his 50th pitch. So pitch regulations maybe wanting to get him back later on this week for without long rest. May have been the reason why they stopped him right at 50. So Parker Eisen at the plate with a 3-0 count as a southpaw. Will hurl it toward the plate with 1 out in the frame and the base is empty. And he gets it in there for a called strike, 3-1. Welcome to the ball game. Rams plated 4 in the first inning on 2 hits, including an RBI double from Cade Coldiron. 3-1. Lifted skyward straight away. Dropping back is the new second baseman of Ethan Wall. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. So Fleming came on for LaPoole at second. Wall took his position, so Fleming will assume his position in the batting order. So Caden Shore will climb in, 0 for 1. Shore struck out his first time through. Soft tumbling breaky ball in there for a called strike. I did forget to say one thing, and I thought this would be maybe a given. When you text me your answer, be sure to put your name in there so I know who you are. Here's the 0-1. That one's low for a ball, 1-1. Again, looking for the correct answer to tonight's trivia question. The 1-1. Breaking ball swings down and away, 2-0. Or 2-1, excuse me. And you think about the wording of the 5 strikeouts by a pitcher in 1 inning. It's like, no, it's not a typo. It is an anomaly. And the crazy thing of it is that it is not a major league record. Let that one soak in. Shore waits a 3-1. Nice pitch to the outside corner, called strike 3-2. So Fleming trying to shut the door here in the second. Here's the payoff pitch to the Rams' first baseman. And it's chopped over toward the first base side. That's a foul ball. Just foul. Brown had it sized up, and it jumped away at him right as it got foul before the bag. So Shore settles back in, still in a 3-2 count. Southpaw to the plate. This one's lifted skyward, deep right field. Blankenship looks back, look up, see ya! Caden Shore takes the hanging breaking ball and deposits it over into the bullpen. Take a look at this one. You could tell by the trot of the first baseman, it's a gonzo. Yahtzee for Shore, 5-0 Rams. Shore pounds out his second home run of the season. You could tell when that one left the bat, it was no doubt.
Now batting for the Rams, the catcher, number 14.
So the solo shot cleans the bases and brings in Eli Lind. Lind fouls that one away. Lind started that 4-run first inning for the Rams after getting the 2-out walk that turned into a hit batsman, another walk, and then a 2 RBI single for Michael Pennington. Breaking ball, that one's driven deep into the gap out in left center field. Wiseman turns, that one's up against the wall and it jumps over the fence for a ground rule double. So Eli Lind pounds out his 5th double of the season.
Now batting for the Rams, the pitcher, number 20, Landon Ross.
So we'll get a courtesy runner of Aiden Schaefer out at second base. And they'll bring in the pitcher of Landon Bloss, hit by a pitch his first time through tonight. And Rams doing all of this just like they did in the first inning with 2 outs. Here's an excuse me swing over to first. Bloss trying to beat out the runner at first base. They got him. Bang, bang play at the bag will end the inning. But not before the Rams push across another run on a solo shot from Caden Shore. It's 5-0 after 2. We head to the third after this on Kool TV.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
Top of the third inning. Rams lead at 5-0. Up this inning for the visiting Dragons. At the bottom of the order, it's going to be Fleming and then Thomas and Wiseman. Rams do a little yard work with Caden Shore's second home run of the season as he smashes one out of here for a no-doubter down the line.
Now batting for Fairland, Fleming.
So Nolan Fleming, after entering the ball game to take over on the bump, he'll take his first hacks of the ball game. So he'll start from the left-handed side. The first pitch off the pole and the dugout. That's impressive. Jeff Atkins says, "Give me some baseballs. I'm out." Big breaky ball in there for, but misses high for a ball. Two and one. Two-one pitch, fouled away. Count goes to 2-2. Couple of answers in on the trivia question tonight. None that wants to put their name on it, though. Man, say it with the chest if you're going to answer the question. You never know. You may win. I got to find somebody to sponsor it, though. We got to get some sponsorship on there. So if you know anybody out there might be interested in sponsoring up the trivia question, we could definitely play it up. Because you know you're going to get trivia with me every single night. 2-0 pitch down and away for a ball, 3-2. That's one thing I love doing is baseball trivia. And if you're going to cheat and you're going to go to Google to find the answer, I'm going to make you dig and find it. Here's a payoff pitch. Down the line on a third base side, dropping back is Brigham Davidson. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning.
Now batting for Fairland, Thomas.
So it takes us back to the top of the order and Wyatt Thomas. That was Nolan Fleming's first at-bat of the season, by the way. Swing and a miss. Thomas, a strikeout victim, back his first time through tonight. Bloss ahead, 0-2. He ropes this one out into right field and a one-out single.
Now batting for Fairland, Wiseman.
So that brings in the center fielder of Caden Wiseman, ground out to second base his first time through. Thomas takes a healthy lead over at first base. Shore holding him there. Takes another healthy step. Nearly had him. He had him leaning. Bloss with a snap throw over there. Nearly got him. $5-0 Rams here in the visiting third. Thomas another healthy lead away from the bag. Bloss takes a look at the armband. Slings that with a play. Back throw in behind is not in time as a pitch misses down and away for a ball 1-0. Wiseman a long pause as Bloss comes plateward. This one's fouled straight back on the net. Count evens at 1-1. Again, Rams back here on Wednesday night against Ashland. Scheduled for Fairview on Thursday. We'll have both of those games on Kool TV. They play Saturday against Morgan County here at home. We do not have that game on the schedule due to other commitments. They got him leaning this time, and they got him. Landon Bloss picks him off. And the runner is erased at first base, and there's 2 down in the inning. They had Mr. Thomas leaning, and he was dead to rights. So Bloss with a nice pickoff move there and cuts him down over the bag. So now he settles into the batter in a 1-1 count, and this one's poked foul over on the first base side. Count goes to 1-2. District play starts next week for the Rams. Monday and Tuesday, they'll do a home-and-home with Russell. Then later on that week sometime, they're going to play their all-A sectional with Pikeville. As this one swung on a miss, strike 3. And that'll end the inning. Well, the Dragons threaten, but they come up empty. We go to the bottom of inning number 3. 5-0 Raceland. Back for more after this on Kool TV.
JSB Industrial Solutions, Inc. is owned and managed by Shane Wallingford to be a solutions provider for manufacturers tailoring to their specialized needs. It was created with a vision that good communication among all parties will provide the best answer to the problem. From ball mills used in pulverization to custom design of equipment or components, JSB Industrial Solutions, Inc. will gladly work with clients to resolve the issues that are prevalent. Their vision is to make your project their successful business. JSB Industrial Solutions, Tollsboro, Kentucky.
Since
Casey's Lanes.
We go to the bottom of inning number 3. 5-0 Raceland in front of
Ironheads and Neil's Automotive, Ironton, Ohio.
do it for the Rams. Connor Thacker, Michael Pennington, Kate Coldiron. Pennington and Coldiron did the damage there in the home first. A pair of RBIs from the 2. Again, our Kool Sports Trivia question tonight. This date in 1976, this pitcher recorded 5 strikeouts in 1 inning. Who was it? Ron Darling, Joe Nikiro, Tom Seaver, Raleigh Fingers. 606-571-7281, that's the number to text me at. And we'll check the answer in the top of inning number 5. So leading things off for the Rams is Connor Thacker, a walk and a run scored back his first time through this evening. Soft breaking ball to the outer half of the plate for a called strike 0-1. 3 games underway in the Bigs now. Red Sox, Blue Jays are scoreless. Pirates taking an early 1-0 lead over the Cardinals after one. Dodgers Nationals scoreless up in Washington. 1-1 to Thacker. Nice pitch at the knees for a called strike. 1-2. Spikes that one in the turf. That one goes off the shoulder pad of Mr. Atkins. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Rams left fielder. Fleming back to work. Slider down and away. Runs a count to 3-2. I will not say slurve, by the way, or a sweeper. It's a stinking slider. 3-2. Poked up the third base line. Giving a look is Cummings, and he'll make a basket catch in front of the Rams dugout for the first out of the inning.
Now batting for the Rams, the second baseman, number 3, Michael Pennington.
So it brings in Michael Pennington. Pennington, a 2 RBI single back at his first time through in the first inning, when the Rams played at 4 in that inning. His first look at Fleming, who fires a fastball upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Cade Coldiron will go next. Rams 6-3 on the season. Talked with Trey Mills today and asked how the trip down at the beach went. He said 2-2. Had a couple of games that got away from them that they felt like they probably could have got. Crescent, South Carolina was a team that just about every team in the 16th region that went down there played, and Crescent beat all of them, but he said they were on their 16th game already this season. They had a really solid prospect on the behind the plate. I think he's headed to Georgia. But said they got some really good competition down there. 4 varsity games, 5 JV games, so a lot of baseball for the team. And now they translate it back into this week and get ready for the big district matchups when they start next Monday and Tuesday for the next 3 weeks. Russell, Lewis, Greenup, that's their order. 3-1 fouled straight back, count goes full. Again, we'll have the home games with Russell and Greenup here on Kool TV. We'll have both games with Lewis here and at Vanceburg. Here's the payoff pitch. This is low, ball 4. So Pennington on board for the second time today.
Now batting for the Rams.
And Cade Coldiron comes to the plate.
Cade Coldiron.
And before we get him to the plate, we'll get a visit to the mound. But while we have a break there, this is just a meeting of just, I want my pitcher and my catcher. That's all I want here. Some other stuff that was this date in Major League Baseball. Back in 2002, ESPN becomes the first network to ask players, coaches, and umpires to wear a microphone during a game. I will say this, if we were allowed to do that, we would definitely do it. We are not permitted to do that due to KHSAA regulations, through the NFHS standards, so we can't do that. That's the reason. I've already tried. I would do it if I could. That's the reason I don't do it. Here's another big one. Back in 2003, 7 months before the November deadline, the Boston Red Sox exercised their 2004 contract option on Pedro Martinez. What a decision that one made to be. Here's one that you probably wouldn't think about. Jose Canseco, when he played for the Tampa Bay, and at the time were the Devil Rays, hits a ball that would have been a towering home run anywhere with the exception of at the Trop, because it hit off the B-ring catapult, and by rule at the time, that meant that ball was in play, and all he got out of was a double. They said a lot of these said probably would have been close to a 500-foot home run. Runner goes. Pennington's going to take second base with ease. And the count evens at the plate, 1-1. Five nothing here in the home third inning. 1 on, 1 out for the Rams, and Coldiron at the plate, trying to pick up some more ribbies. poked 2 in back of the first. Shell's bunt pushes this one down the third base line, and this one is all kinds of trouble. Beautiful bunt there by Mr. Cold Iron as he'll get an infield single out of it. His second hit of the ball game. The runners are at the corners with 1 out.
The third baseman, number 12, Pregame, Davidson.
If you know anything about the Rams, you know the small ball is going to come eventually. Sooner than later most of the time. So now at the corners, and Brigham Davidson at the plate who's 0 for 1. He grounded out to second base his first time through. Corners in. Davidson tries to bunt this one down the line on the third base side, but a foul ball. Fleming set to the plate. Breaking ball lifted skyward, drifting toward the Rams dugout, and will get over top of the netting and out for a foul ball. Here's one for you Reds fans out there. Back on this date in 1988. This guy playing in just his second big league game ties a major league record, hauling in 11 assists at third base in an 8-1 win over the Cardinals at Riverfront. Who was it? It was a rookie, by the way. Jacob, do you know? This one's flared over into left field, and the left fielder misses the ball. So the runner will come to the plate. It's going to be an error on the left fielder, and the Rams make it 6-0.
Now batting for the Rams, the center fielder, number 1, Gunnar Smith.
So 2 on and 1 out now for Gunnar Smith. Grounded out to short his first time through. Shows bunt, looks at this one upstairs. Nobody covers the bags, and both runners will advance. So the pitch goes down as a ball as it was high. Here's a little hint for you, Jacob, on this one. The guy's nickname was Spuds. This one's a flare down the right field line, but it's going to bend foul. Spuds. We're number 17. He wore goggles. This is a Reds fan I'm talking to over here. This is pathetic. Jeez, LP. Chris Sabo. I got a funny Chris Sabo story for you here in a minute, too, by the way. It was a great one. 1-1. Went down and in off his back foot, nearly hit him. So they were playing a series out in San Diego, and Spuds, you got to understand, he was like a ferret on acid, charged with a 24-volt battery, okay? And he got ejected from the ball game, and he comes into the dugout, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the game was on Fox. This is when they started covering baseball. There's a chopper over toward the second baseman. This is going to be a tough play. And they're not going to get him. Smith way too quick. Here's the play coming to the plate, and getting in there safely is going to be Davidson. So it's going to be an infield hit and then an error on the throw from the second baseman. The Rams are going to play 2, and it's 8-0.
Parker Ison.
So go back to the top of the order now, Parker Ison. He hits a rope right back at the pitcher. It deflects off of the second baseman. He can't make the play. I'm going to go with an infield hit on that one because that was a deflected ball off the arm of Nolan Fleming. He got tattooed on that one. So the Rams picking up their 7th hit of the ball game. And Caden Shore, who left the yard his last time up, has 2 on with 1 out. And the first pitch downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Now back to my Chris Sabo story. I believe it was when it was on Fox and they had just started doing baseball. And Sabo comes into the dugout and they had a hot mic on. I don't know that I've ever heard somebody in the series of about 15 seconds before they could get cut away from him drop as many F-bombs as I have as what Chris Sabo did. From the time he got to the dugout till the time he got down into the tunnel, they didn't even let him go to the dugout. They were dragging him down into the tunnel. I mean, it was F-bomb, F-bomb, F-bomb. I don't know that he said anything else. Was the crazy part. He was a good player, though. Man, he played hard. 2-1. Could he get number 2? At the wall, looking up, gone. That one's over into Campbell. Caden Shore sits back and waits on the hanging curveball and deposits it. His second home run of the evening. And the Rams playing yard bar here with Caden Shore as he hits a no-doubter for the second time of the ball game and makes it 11-0 here in the third. Rams with 6 runs in the inning.
Now batting for the Rams, the catcher, number 14, Eli Lind.
So after striking out his first at-bat, Caden Shore has certainly made up for the difference on the backside of it. Now with 4 RBIs on the evening. So the base is clear, still only 1 out. And Eli Lind to the plate. Doubled his first time, or second time through, walked on his first one. And he's ahead 2-0. Here's where we are in this one. You're looking at a run rule in effect of getting close. 15 after 3. And the count is 3-0. 3-0 pitch. He was hacking and fouls that one away, 3-1. Here's a rocket out towards short. Thomas picks it, drops it, picks it back up, and makes a nice play for the second out of the inning. That was a nice way for Thomas to hang with that one. Picked it off the turf cleanly, and then dropped it as he went to his glove.
Number 20, Landon Bloss.
So Landon Bloss steps in, 0 for 1. Hit by a pitch his first time through, and then grounded out to first. He gets ahead, 1-0. Connor Thacker, the on-deck circle, would go next. So that's the second game this season that a Ram has hit 2 home runs in the contest. There's a rope out to the second baseman. Wall eats that one up and knocks it down and makes a nice play to end the inning. But the Rams dent the scoreboard as they throw up 6 runs in the inning. They lead at 11-0 as we head to the 4th on Kool TV.
Baseball and softball seasons are here, and Grayson Sporting Goods is your one-stop shop for everything from bats and gloves to helmets and accessories. No matter the age, Grayson Sporting Goods has the size to get your favorite star ready to hit the field. Grayson Sporting Goods also offers a full selection of East and West Carter team gear with custom printing and embroidery available on many items. Stop by Grayson Sporting Goods, located on Main Street in downtown Grayson, proudly serving Carter County and surrounding counties since 1975.
Here at Papa John's, we know our stuff.
That's why we hand stuff every Epic Stuffed Crust with a whole lot of flavor. And we always start with our fresh, never frozen dough.
We never stop exploring new flavors of stuff in our crust. And just wait until you see what we're cooking up next.
The new cheesy calzone Epic Stuffed Crust. hand stuffed with a blend of garlic herb ricotta and mozzarella. Because no one stuffs the crust like Papa John's.
We go to the top of the fourth inning in 11-0 Raceland. Rams hung 6 runs in the home inning. Walt Cornwell and Gillespie due up this inning. 2 hits and 2 errors for the visiting Dragons. Our producer's getting it. He's doing a good job tonight. Hey, listen, there is a lot of stuff going on your screen. And I can't say enough about my crew of again, adapting to this stuff as we put it out there. We put it out there for the viewer experience, okay? I enjoy doing this stuff. We love doing every bit that we get a chance to do. And, again, you know how I work. And there's stuff that we try to do and try to emulate everything you see on national television. And I think we do a pretty good job with it. You know, sometimes we've pushed ourselves times where I look and say, okay, I can't do that. I've wanted to. One thing I've wanted to try to do is I wanted to try to do a K-zone, and then I saw the price tag on this. So if anybody out there has about an extra cool $200-300K they'd like to throw out there at one of our adventures, give me a call. I'll hook you up. We'll give you any sponsorship spot that you want on the screen for that one. First pitch to Ethan Walls, rolled out to Pennington at second base. He'll field and throw one down. The really cool thing behind K-zone is there's 3 cameras. One down the line and then one in center field, and they all feed into a computer that's an algorithm that builds the box, and the box is separate for every single batter that comes to the plate. And then what it does is it intersects the X, Y, and Z coordinate. I'm going math on you here, and it paints that little dot on your screen. That makes it sound simple, but there is a lot of stuff that's going on to see that happen on your screen that you see on ESPN and Fox Sports. And I mean, it's a really cool thing, but just unfortunately not in the cards right now, but it never hurts to try. 1-0 pitch off the end of the bat, drifting toward first base. That's going to get out of play. We've got a new first baseman in as Sam Lind is taking over at first base, and I was looking to see if got a new catcher as well behind the plate. That's Braden King. Nice pitch in there for a called strike. 1-2. That's Aiden Stevens out in left field taking over for Connor Thacker, and a new third baseman. I cannot see his number though. Fastball down and away, 2-2. A new third baseman. I believe it's Caden Smith. It is Caden Smith. There's a rope out towards shortstop, and that one gets past Parker Eisen and in there for a one-out single.
Now batting for Fairland, Gillespie.
So it brings in Josh Gillespie, who's 0 for 1. Grounded out his first time through. There's a rocket out toward left, and that one's in there for a single as well. So back-to-back hits for Cornwell and Gillespie.
Now batting for Fairland, Brown.
So 2 on, 1 out. And the first baseman, Luke Brown, in. He singled through the hole on the left side for a single his last time through. 11-0 Rams. See if Bloss can wiggle out of some trouble here in the fourth. That one misses up and away for a ball, 1-0. Pirates have extended their lead on the Cardinals, now leading at 4-0. That game up in Pittsburgh. Nationals have grabbed a 1-0 lead on the Dodgers. That game out in Washington. Red Sox Blue Jays scoreless at bottom of 2 up in Fenway. There's a chopper on the third base side, a foul ball. Red Sox looking for their 6th consecutive win. They exploded last night. 9 doubles in that win over the Cardinals. One ball, one strike, and out here in the 4th. Luke Brown awaits at the plate, closed off stance. Count moves to 2-1. Get back here with you Wednesday night for trip in from the Ashland Tomcats. Fairview makes the trip in on Thursday. And the district play starts up on Monday with Russell. Back pick and back in easily is Cornwell. As it stands for the moment, the 4th would be the last at-bat the Rams would have to take if they hold suit. As then the 10-run rule would kick in for the 5th. 2-1 pitch, swung on a miss. Got him to chase one up and away, 2-2. Rams mercy this Fairland team back on March 28th, 12-2. It was a 2-1 ball game going into the home third, and the Rams pounced on it with 8 runs. Here tonight, it's been the Caden Shore show. Here's a ball off the end of the bat, and this one's got all kinds of trouble written on it. Coming on and making the catch is Cold Iron. That's a tough play from right field, and he made it look easy. 2 down in the inning.
Now batting for Fairland, Blankenship.
So Elias Blankenship comes in, walked his first time through. Cummings, the catcher, stands in the on-deck circle, would go next. 2 on, 2 down for the Rams. Defensively, trying to get out of the jam here by Bloss. Keep it at a scoreless affair for the visiting Dragons. The first pitch is in there for a called strike. Rams have scored in all 3 of their at-bats. 3 innings of their bats, I should say. 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 6 more in the third. Nice breaking ball in there for a called strike. 0-2. All 4 of the runs in the first inning came with 2 outs. A 2 RBI single from Michael Pennington, and then a 2 RBI double from Kate Coldiron. Spotted the Rams with 4. That one's down and in. Caden Shore took care of the lone run in the second with a solo shot, and then he hit a 3-run shot in that 6-run third inning. The 1-2 from Bloss. Gets us upstairs and gets him to Fand in the inning. Dragons get a couple of on, but they can't push anybody across. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 11-0 Raceland. We'll back after this on Kool TV.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella.
Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
New pitcher on the mound for the Dragons as the center fielder is going to come in to throw. Caden Wiseman, his second appearance on the season with a 1-0 record, a 1.75 ERA, 4 innings of work, 3 hits, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. His 1 run he's given up, it was earned. Trying to see who has moved to where. We have to have a new center fielder because the center fielder that's out there is a right-hander, and Mr. Fleming was a lefty. Okay, Claypool has re-entered the ball game, or LaPool, excuse me, has re-entered the ball game. So he will assume that position that is due up for Mr. Fleming in the next inning. So Aiden Schaefer will start things off for the Rams, taking his first cacks of the ball game, and he looks at a pitch, some sweet chin music up and in. Swing and a miss. 1-1 to Schaefer. Schaefer batting 1,000 on the season. He's 1 for 1. One pitch, breaking ball gets in there late for a cold strike as he turned his back to it. 1-2. And a dagger for a cold strike 3. One away in the inning.
Now batting for the Rams, the second baseman, number 3, Michael Pennington.
So Michael Pennington to the plate as Mr. Wiseman records his 8th strikeout of the season. Pennington 1 for 1. A 2 RBI single his first time through, walked last time up. That one's off the catcher's mask on a ball that skips in, 2-0. Again, Fairland will need at least 2 in the top of the 5th inning if this game will come to a stop. Here's a rocket out towards short, a one-hopper to Thomas. He'll fly the feet, toss it across, 2 down. Nice play.
Now batting for the Rams, the right fielder, number 7, Cade Kool.
So Cade Kool comes in, 2 for 2. A double, 2 runs driven in. Singled his last time through. He looks at a fastball up and in for a ball, 1-0. Dropped in a perfect bunt. His last time up at third base line with the third baseman playing way back. Almost the same place he's playing right now. He goes after the slider and comes up empty. Count evens at 1-1. Caden Smith would go next. If he gets to the plate, it'll be his first varsity at-bat of the year. The 1-1. Tumbles in there at the top of the zone for a called strike, 1-2. Wiseman trying to make quick work of the Rams here in the home 4th. 1-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat, into the gap. Blankenship settles under it, makes the catch, and ends the inning. Rams go in order. We head to the 5th. 11-0 Rams. Back after this on Kool TV.
Here at Kentucky Christian University, we believe that nursing saves lives. Nursing is more than a career, it's a calling. KCU has a reputation for producing exemplary graduates who excel both clinically and professionally. With options for both in-person and online studies, KCU is ready to help you begin the career of your dreams today. Find out more at kcu.edu.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
My producer, God love him, he's trying everything today. Cummings, LaPoole, Thomas do up this inning for the visiting Dragons as we go to the top of the 5th inning, even though the graphic says the end of the 4th. It was the end of the 4th, but now it's the top of the 5th. Either way, like I said, a lot of things we've added to the broadcast this year. It just takes a little bit to get to that rhythm. I remember my first game I produced this year, and it was trying to get all those going on, and it was like, man, you find that rhythm. Once you find it, it works well. All right, 8-9 at the top do up this inning. Cyrus Cummings will lead things off. A ground out to short his first time through tonight. Goose eggs on the scoreboard for the visiting Dragons. 4 hits. Raceland has 8 of those, but they've turned those 8 hits into 11 runs. Bloss trying to close it out with a complete game and evens things at a ball and a strike. Check our Kool Sports trivia question here in just a moment. 1-1. Nice pitch right down Broadway. A called strike 1 and 2. We do have one correct answer today. Only one correct answer, though. You guys are going to have to work a little harder next week, or later on the week. We come back on Wednesday. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, but he can't get it to turn over, and the count stays at 2-2. See that sun glaring off that camera screen going across the field there. It is brutal right now going down the US 23. 2-2 pitch. Chopper over toward the second base. Bloss will cut it off and field it himself. 1 down here in the 5th. All right, with 1 out in the 5th, let's go ahead and take our Kool Sports trivia question. This date in Major League Baseball history, 1976, this pitcher recorded 5 strikeouts in 1 inning. Who was it? It was B, the knuckleballer, Joe Nikiro. Now, your question may say is, how in the world does a guy get 5 strikeouts in 1 inning? Well, if you know anything about a knuckleballer, as this one's chopped over to Smith at third, he sets the feet, throws, and that one gets away from the first baseman, Sam Lind. So the man will reach on the error by the first baseman.
Now batting for Fairland, Thomas.
But a knuckleballer, when it's really on, it is all over the place. And Nikiro's catcher that night had a lot of trouble on swinging strike 3s and had balls that got past him, which allowed 2 guys to reach. Therefore, he struck out 5 batters. The downside of that is it is not the major league record for most strikeouts in an inning, simply because the game when it happened was back before what they called spring training. It was the preseason. And it was the last day of the preseason. It was 1 day before the start of the season. Therefore, was not recorded as a major league record. But boy, Joe Nikiro, he could make a ball dance when that knuckleball was locked in. Kenny Anderson, congratulations, our first trivia winner of 2025. This one's lifted skyward to the moon out to center field. Gunnar Smith comes on and hauls it in. 2 down in the inning.
Now batting for Fairland, Wiseman.
So the Dragons down to their final out of the inning. Caden Wiseman 0 for 2. A ground out and a strikeout. He rockets this one right out towards center field. Smith drops back, makes the catch. That's going to be your ball game. Rams are going to win it 11-0 in this one and pick up their 7th victory of the season. Stay tuned. Postgame show when we return after this on Kool TV.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
The Greenup County Public Library system is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
11-0 your final score. Raceland picks up win number 7 on the season in the 5-inning victory here. Here's how it went down. Rams put across 4 in the first inning. All 4 of those runs coming with 2 outs. They poked across 1 in the second on a solo shot from Caden Shore. And then Shore did some more yard work in the third. He caps off a 3-run shot to put up 3 of the 6 runs by the Rams in the inning. And here it was. As this one hops off of the road and then bounces over into Campbell, the elementary school that's just beyond there. That is not the longest home run I've seen here, though. Braden Webb parked one in the playground on the fly. Now, here's the thing. You heat the temperature up about another 10 degrees, that ball's going to travel about another 12 feet. He might have been in the playground. But either way, Shore has a heck of a night here tonight as the Rams roll to an 11-0 win. We'll step out for our first break. We come back, we'll look at our final numbers and wrap things up here tonight. Rams victorious, their 7th win of the season. We'll break it down when we return after this on Kool TV.
Here at Kentucky Christian University, we believe that nursing saves lives. Nursing is more than a career, it's a calling. KCU has a reputation for producing exemplary graduates who excel both clinically and professionally. With options for both in-person and online studies, KCU is ready to help you begin the career of your dreams today. Find out more at kcu.edu.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
The Greenup County Public Library system is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
11-0 your final score here in this one. Let's take a look at our numbers. Thomas, Cornwell, Gillespie, and Brown, the 4 hits recorded for the visiting Dragons. For the Rams, Caden Shore goes 2 for 3 today. 2 home runs, 4 runs driven in. Cade Coldiron 2 for 3. He drove in a pair of runs on his first double of the ball game. He had a single on a bunt single in the infield. Only 2 players with multi-hits in the contest. Eli Lynn's lone hit today goes for a double as well. Pitching numbers look like this for Fairland. Wall goes an inning and a third, 2 hits, 4 runs, all earned, struck out, 1 walk, 2. He'll take the loss. Fleming comes in, goes an inning and 2/3, 6 hits, 7 runs, 6 of those earned. Walked a batter, did not strike anybody out. Wise finishes a scoreless 1 inning of work. He struck out a batter. Landon Bloss goes the distance, 5 innings, 4 hits, no runs, struck out 3, walked a batter. He'll pick up the victory, and that will give him his first win of the season. He's now 1-1 on the year with a save as well. Here's your final numbers in this one for the Dragons. No runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. They leave 5 runners on base. Raceland, 11 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They leave 2 runners on base. An hour 25 to play this one tonight. Rams win it in 5 by a final score of 11-0. Hat tip to my crew tonight. Jacob Hankins and Trey Collier. Phenomenal job by them for our first game of the season. Appreciate everyone out there tuning in with us. Again, we'll be back with you Wednesday night, 6 o'clock, as the Ashland Tomcats visit Rams Stadium. Our pregame coverage will begin at 5:50. Rams go to 7-3 on the season, an 11-0 win over Fairland here tonight. For Jacob Hankins and Trey Collier, I'm James Collier saying so long from Ramland as the Rams win it here this evening.
Thank you for watching another Raceland Rams baseball broadcast live on Kool TV. This broadcast of Raceland Rams baseball has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Kool Sports Network and Kool TV.